Hendrix has set itself ambitious, some would have said unattainable, goals, whether in creating the Odyssey program, in increasing our enrollment, or in attracting unprecedented levels of philanthropic giving. In true Hendrix fashion, we have not only attained those goals, we have surpassed them. Let us take this opportunity to celebrate our accomplishments as we look forward to new challenges.
Of what is this an instance in relation to our values as a culture and as a community? We have to remember that it is that we are embodied selves, and this is an instance in which we value and hold up the idea of physical movement and the cultivation of the body as being connected to the full flourishing of human potential.
Close your eyes and imagine for a moment, if you can, the countless memories this place will become home to. Hair-raising basketball games, intramural competitions of the strangest and best sort, and maybe a few farcical attempts at the rock wall along the way. Not only will this contribution to the lifeblood of campus affect the countless lives that will walk through these doors, but more importantly will change and renew them.
I was on the Olympic basketball team back in the Paleolithic era, which is true. And I remember when I was selected back in 1964, I thought we'd end up playing the Soviet Union in the finals of the Olympic Games because I thought the Soviets had the second best basketball program in the world. And so I went to a Russian professor at college and I said, "Sir, could you give me a few words in Russian that I could use in case I get into trouble out there in a game against the Soviets?" And he said, "Well, what do you want to know, Bill, in Russian?" And I said, "Well, how about, hey, big fella, watch out." So he gave me the words in Russian. Sure enough, we get to the finals of the Olympic Games. We are playing the Soviet Union. My man is 6'7", he weighs about 240 pounds. About 8 minutes in the game, he cracks me with an elbow up along my upper chest and lower back, my neck, and I fall back. I momentarily lose my voice, and then I remember what the professor said. So I gather myself up. I put on my meanest face possible. I look him right in the eye, and I say, "Budьте осторожны," which, liberally translated, means, "Hey, big fella, watch out." Now, a funny thing happened, because up until that moment, the Soviets had called all their plays verbally. But after that moment, since they thought I understood Russian, they stopped talking to each other. We went on and won a gold medal. This facility represents really one of the greatest things about America. And that is people get together and do things. From the first time that neighbors help neighbors build a barn, and to the whole development of the third sector in America, the nonprofit sector, to the vitality of our churches, synagogues, and mosques, to our private colleges throughout this country that do a wonderful job educating young people for the future. What will they learn when they come to this facility and participate? Well, one of the things they're going to learn, I think, is discipline. And you know, the other beautiful thing about that in the context of WAC is that it's a community orientation here. You know, it's the Aqua Kids, it's the Parents' Night Out, it's a celebration of people who want to come and use the facility in the community. If you talk about healthcare costs in America, I mean, you know, the fitter we are, the less it's going to cost all of us. And the fact that this is available for people to come and develop their discipline, and believe me, the older you get, the more discipline it takes. So discipline is one of those things that will be learned in this building. The other is selflessness. Any team sport ultimately boils down to being selfless. the realization that no one player can be as great alone as all 5 players can be together. You don't care how many points you score. You care about whether you win the championship. And you care about the experience of doing that in an unselfish way. Those are the kind of things that will be learned in this facility. Courage, yeah, courage. On one level, it's the courage to go out and compete. It takes a lot of courage to do that. Be surprised how many people don't want to compete when it gets right down to it, because in part they're afraid. And there's also another courage that will come in this building. And that is the courage to accept the limits of your own ability and still seek to maximize that ability. It takes a certain courage to accept that part of yourself and still find value in what you do. That will occur here too. Or what about a resilience? You have to have resilience. And sports is a remarkable place to develop that resilience, because you're going to lose. You're going to lose the game. Or what about imagination? Imagination, sports, this building. Somebody sometime had to figure when they had a basketball in their hands that they would jump to shoot the ball. That imagination you can also learn. So all of those things will take place in this building for generations to come. The Conway community, the Hendrix community, those who have been generous enough to make this building possible with their work and their gift should be very proud of that.